It's week 9 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs' creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the Bucs on Monday night.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out.
Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reid to get this one going. And we're underway from Kansas City. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
Irving here from the gun. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Justin Reid with the tackle. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Right back to Irving now. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
First down, here's Baker. He finds Evans, left side. And this one does not go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Irving on the inside give. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. They had gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We've just got to take better care of it.
So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1 picking up the loss. He was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Motioning the tight end left. They'll throw on first. Hauled in by Gray. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Throwing it again here. Hits his running back. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
2nd and 7 at the Bucs 27-yard line.
From the 27. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's White on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Irving. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Mayfield. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. That pass complete to Irving. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. 3rd and short, Mayfield. Buys time, roll. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. They kick the running back in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Slot receiver headed left. They'll throw on third and long. Flushed out of the... Something happened. The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Evans, the motion man here. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. That throw behind his intended target. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. Baker throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That's the end. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that. I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what. You can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
This return starts at the 5. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here, we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Now, I don't know if we've seen a rule change, looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw. Break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They motion the slot man right. First down, here's Baker. He's on the move. He can run it. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Mayfield now from the gun. That's a catch. Jalen McMillan. He's got a gain of 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Baker now off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So it'll be 2nd down. On the give, this is Irving. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Justin Reed with the tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. And they bring him down around the 34.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. You needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down to a 4-point game.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Mecole Hardman now on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw on 1st and 10. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Matt Araiza on to punt. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. Handoff headed right, Irving. He's contained at the line for no gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Once again, Irving. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. They bring a tight end in motion right. Throw in on 3rd and long. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs take over as he records his 10th career INT. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that returner. He did all he could do.
He did.
Sometimes you're just an agonizing step or two away from that kind of glory.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Pacheco finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Palmer. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Now it's Irving. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Baker now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Evans, the motion man here. Throwing, Baker. Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Here's Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Mayfield to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Cut by Hunt. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs. With it, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. This one finds Irving. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to first and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on second and goal. Another try following the sack. That pass complete to Irving. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Tampa spends its second timeout now. Mayfield now on third and goal. Forced out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit with the high percentage make.
Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. And up by 8, not expecting them to get too aggressive this close to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking for a throw here. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Another punt coming up. Matt Araiza to do the honors once again. Trey Palmer on the return for the Buccaneers. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there,
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this third quarter. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. This throw is cut. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's White on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this...
Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Going with Irvin here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. No return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Running back sent in motion. Catch is made down the right sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, In the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. To the air now on 1st and 10. This one finds Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Markers reset, ball at the 37. A first down carry for Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Lavonte David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's White on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First down, here's Baker. This finds Evans, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On target to Godwin. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. They'll run this with Irving. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Now a carry by Irving. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just one more yard to move the chains. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Irving here from the gun. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To throw is Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's spending so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this is away, wisely headed for the sideline to avoid that return. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers make it an 11-point ball game.
Buccaneers 16.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They've got first down from the 31. Getting right back to it after that interception. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. The Buccaneers add another DB. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Matt Araiza, the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Bucs will be backed up pretty deep to start this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Mayfield on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Irving hauls it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Godwin, the man in motion left. Mayfield to throw again. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Irving on the inside give. And that's good for a gain of 5. Justin Reed with the tackle. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for the... All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Right back to Irving now. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, I don't even know sometimes what it means to bow up, but that's exactly what the defense did. I do know this. It means stopping that offense in critical situations and forcing a 4th down. Now we can see whether or not this offense wants to gamble.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Completes this one to Otten. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Baker out of the pistol. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only 2 yards on that carry. They're left with 4th and 10. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Hardman with a return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. They did it! He made the interception! Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Irving. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be second down. Carry here for Irving. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Here's Baker to throw. This one's taken in by Otten. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Baker. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Baker throwing again. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's a return from the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. It's a new set of downs for them at the 32. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. He's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Hits his running back. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs push this to an 8-point game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. This play gives us an excellent opportunity, Brock, to talk about how well he sees the field with the ball in his hands, because that was a big part of that touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a handoff or gets hauled in on a 30-yard throw. The instincts, that's what it is. Instincts with a capital I. And the best running backs in the game today, they've got to do it as a runner, and they got to do it as a receiver.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs push the lead to 2 scores now. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Palmer. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This finds Evans, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That pass complete to McMillan. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Got Evans, it's complete. Up to the races, middle of the field. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll throw on first. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs up by just a couple of points. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They're now set for 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The give now out of the shotgun. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Setting up to pass. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
This is caught by Trey Palmer. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw it. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw it. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a quarterback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like the DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And this was the type of response you